industry. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm still here, Cyber. How you doing? Ooh. Forgot to mute the monitor. I still haven't figured out my smoothie proportion, but I'll get it down soon. Alright, welcome to Morning Medley number 219. I feel sick. I feel like I'm getting sick. But I know it's not real. It's just smoke. Whoa. Hey, Burrows. Hi, Adoka Bro. Hi, Sick Nick. Okay. Thanks, Burrows. Yeah, where you been? Been busy? Sicknick is, um, Sicknick is getting, Animal Crossing vibes. I don't play, Animal Crossing, Sicknick, so I can't attest to the overall vibe of Animal Crossing, but I don't feel like my music belongs in it. And maybe that's just because I'm too close to my music and too far away from Animal Crossing, but I don't feel the connection that I've heard from so many other people between my music and Animal Crossing. Hadoka Bro says they're getting Crystal Chronicle vibes. It's a little bit more obscure. That's chill. I do like Crystal Chronicles. And I will say, If I had to go on one side of the coin, if my music was more Final Fantasy or more Animal Crossing, probably more Final Fantasy. I don't know about Crystal Chronicles specifically, but that's interesting. I don't know that I even hear anybody mention Crystal Chronicles too often in the chat. Um, I love that. Okay. Been dealing with a new job, says Burrows, at a restaurant, and also dealing with college stuff and relationship stuff. But you know, the usual, just busy. Yeah. Jobs, school, relationships. We all got them, right? I mean, I don't have school. I haven't had school in a while, but yeah. I have not been on the stream in such a long time, says Burrows, because there's been so many streams. Oh, like other people streaming? Word up. That makes sense, I suppose. Yeah, quarantine, a lot of people streaming. Good morning, Sam. Thanks, Cyber. Yeah, Burrows, don't worry about watching the old ones. I would actually recommend against it. Cyber. Ooh. You have a drum set, Sid? Doing gigs is gonna be. Burrows says doing gigs is gonna be new to me, but I know that anyone's first gig is not the best. That's okay. There's always improvement. But yeah, the only career paths I see myself doing is sociology or music. So whatever works well works. That's good. Good attitude to have. Burrows. Yeah, no one's first show is. I guess it depends, right? It depends on your perspective of what a good show is. I can remember my first show, and I still think about it favorably. Like, it wasn't a nightmare. It wasn't a train wreck. I've definitely had some, sure. I've had some real train wrecks. Oh. Actually, I would say most of my train wrecks have been pretty recently, like in the past 3 years. But yeah, that's a good attitude to have. Burrows. That's pretty funny. But that's the last word show I've had. It's hard to answer superlatives. Um, I don't know what the worst or the best is, but I can name a few pretty bad ones. I distinctly remember. I don't know if you guys know who Moonbounce is. Pretty cool musician, but I played a show with Moonbounce. I was opening for them, and my controller just stopped working. At the time, oh my god, what a weird setup. At the time, I was using like this really weird like Vestax DJ controller, and later, which ended up being like a common problem with the Vestax, is like output to sound just wasn't working, like the output port. I would later learn that I needed to like reformat the whole thing and download different drivers for it, but I was getting no sound out of my DJ controller. So what I ended up instead doing after like literally 10 minutes of technical difficulties, possibly even 15, is I played a shorter set literally through the 8. It was horrible, guys. I played through Like I just had an aux cable basically going from the sound output of my laptop, like not even from like a true like a good sound card from a controller. I had basically just aux from my laptop into the mixing board, and then I just played songs. I just like played songs in the media player on my laptop. It was really awful. It was like worse than a house party DJ set, and that I mean, even afterwards, people were like, "No, that was good, like good stuff," but it was definitely pity because it was horrible. It was awful, and I had keyboards there, right? Because I was prepared to play a fully realized Omni Voice set, but since my controller wouldn't work, I couldn't even play my keyboard. So it was just me standing up there with several keyboards and just playing stuff off my laptop. So people that maybe came in halfway through that didn't know about the technical difficulties, like it was a horrible set to see and hear. Um, this says what happened with the smell. I didn't see your story. Well, there's a lot of forest fires right now. There's and so overnight I slept with my windows open just because it was pretty warm and it was cool outside. It was warm in my apartment, so I accidentally fell asleep with them open. I was just gonna open them to cool down and then close them, but I went to sleep with them open, and when I woke up, there was like a really light film of like ash all over my screen, the screen of my window, and like my whole apartment just smells like, well, fire. It just smells like fire. So that's why I've been coughing a little bit. But anywho, yeah, that was a bad show. What's another bad show? Oh, oh, there was one really bad show where I was playing with a band. I was on tour. This was a little bit longer ago, but I was playing with a band, and this was earlier in my like foray into keyboards, and I was playing on an MX. No, sorry, an M66. No, an MM6, a Yamaha MM6, which was a keyboard not unlike my MX61, but way older, less advanced. And deep within like the controls of the keyboard, like getting into the screen, not like a simple knob. And within the screen, you can transpose the entire keyboard. I didn't know anything. I mean, I knew just as much then as I know now about music theory. So I just knew the songs by heart and muscle memory. Anyways, we started playing the songs, and I guess when the keyboard tech was fiddling around, they accidentally, I don't think they tried to intentionally sabotage me, but they accidentally like messed with the transpose. And so everything I was playing was transposed either, I think it was up, a note, or up a key or a step or a half step. I don't know the technical term, but it was up one note. And so as I was playing, stream has a different vibe. Definitely not a new phone, Jaime. I think my room just looks a little bit different because the window's closed and it's a little hazy. But what was I saying? Uh, Good morning, Jesse. Oh yeah. Anyway, so it got transposed up, and so I was playing these songs that I wrote, with the everybody else in the band, and I was out of tune. I was off key, and it was horrible because I was like, I would hit a chord and be like, oh, that's wrong. That sounds wrong, and then I would like kind of like look at my band and look at the keyboard, and I'm like, no, that's the right chord. I've played this song a million times, and I kept trying, and it kept being the wrong chord, but I wasn't good enough at the time at just improv to be able to quickly go like, okay, well that sounds too high. Maybe if I go like a half step down, and like trying to do all that live. Also, when you're in front of people, it's like a lot. So, um, basically, to everybody who didn't know any better, looking at the band, it just looked like I was the worst keyboard player ever because I was just hitting nothing but the wrong chords, the wrong leads. And so, about halfway through the set, once I finally figured out there's something up with the piano, I just turned the piano off and turned it back on again, and then it was cool. But I completely ruined like the first three songs. It's really bad. It's really bad. Oh my god. Oh, I feel like I'm just like I. Like my nose feels like it's like clogged up. Anyways, Burrows says, "Hey Omni, how did you meet? I guess it's Ivy. It probably corrected it to Ari. How did you meet Ivy and Sarasi? Did you ever play with them? And have you heard the background stuff they made for Steven Universe? Because it's fire. That's funny. Okay, so yes, Burrows. I met them 2016, 2016 or 15. Pretty long time ago now, right? And I played a few shows with them. The most notable one being at Fanime, some like anime convention in San Jose. We played a show together. I've been friends with them for years, and having been friends with them for years, of course I know about the Steven Universe soundtrack and them having made it. And yes, I have heard it. It is good, and everything they make is good. They also have a new soundtrack coming out. Actually, I mean they did a score for something else, and that game is not out. Not out. I don't want to say anything more about that. I'm pretty sure they tweeted about it though. Anyway, yes, Burrows, they're great. They're great people. A little bit of trivia, Burrows. The last wedding I ever played, before I quit playing weddings altogether, was Ivy's cousin's wedding. Um, that was kind of a fun. That was a fun night, but I remember, yeah, even as I was there, I was like, I'm never ever playing a wedding again, and it had nothing to do with that wedding, beautiful people, I love everybody there, but that was the last time. The coolest part of that wedding probably was just being able to hang out with my friends, Ivy and Sarasi, since they were there, you know, because of course they were. Even Sub says, that reminds me, I went on stage with an out-of-tune guitar and had to tune mid-song. Thank God the other guitarists in the band fill out space. Oh, that's always good, right? When you're not the total focus. Sam says, that seems like yesterday. Oh, the show, the Ivy and Sarasi show. Crap, yeah, doesn't it? Doesn't it? So much has changed, though. Hmm. Hmm. He can fell. I think it's coming out on Switch now. Word up, thank you, Cyber. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Nice trivia, says Josh. Yeah, I guess so. I guess. Also, hope homie's okay. I'm pretty sure they're still married. Marriage lasts forever. I love them. Thank you. Also, another funny little bit, I guess, trivia, anecdotal, whatever, because, like, you guys don't know. I mean, I guess Cyber does, but you guys don't know Ivy, and you guys don't know Ivy's cousin. After the wedding, I kind of ended up turning from a wedding performer to, like, a designated driver. Because once the groomsmen figured out that I don't drink, they kind of they were like, "Hey, can you just drive us here really quick? We're just gonna, after the wedding, we're just gonna go get some drinks. It's gonna be chill." And I was like, "Oh yeah, yeah, sure." I drove them there, and then like, boy, did that turn! I was driving like all over the Bay Area that night, like all over. I drove all the way from San Jose, like up into Oakland. I had to drive back. It was a lot, but I met a really cool. Wow, that was a weird. Yo, I'm gonna have some more experiences like that. I ended up driving everybody home. And then the last dude was like, I live in Oakland. I was like, oh my God, you want me to drive all the way to Oakland? Whose car even is this? But I drove him to Oakland. And then he was like, you can crash here if you want. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And so I crashed at that dude's house. And I woke up the next morning. And he had like he had like a tiny living room TV. And then he had a whole bedroom that was like, I don't know because I'm not really big into cryptocurrency, but he had a bunch of like servers. I don't know, and it just to me it just looked like somebody had like plugged in a lot of computers with no screens. But he had like a bunch of stuff, and he was like, "Oh, that's mining, cryptocurrency. It's cool. You should get into it." And I was like, "Word, maybe," but I wasn't going to. And then he was like, "Hey, have you seen the movie? What was it?" He was like, "Have you seen The Departed?" And I was like, "No." And he was like, "You want to watch it?" And I was like, I mean, I guess. And then we watched The Departed, and then we got Mexican food, and then we watched Goodfellas. He was just watching mobster movies. Like at a certain point, I was like, I gotta leave, bro. Like I gotta go home. Like I don't live here. I live in Los Angeles. It was like a really really weird day. And then his mom or somebody came over, his sister or something, and I was like meeting them, and I was just like, I don't even. You're you're not even the groom. Like you're not even the best man. You're like a groomsman, and I'm at your. It was really weird. Um, and then he added me on not Telegram, some messaging app, and then he gave me a ride to the BART, and I took the BART to. How did I took the BART to the? Wait, did he give me a? No, he just gave me a ride to the BART. That's right. I took the BART to the last stop that was close to the airport, and then I took an Uber from that stop to the airport, and then they had a piano at the San Jose airport, which was one of my final Periscope streams, actually. Yeah, and then I flew back here, and it was chill with money in my pocket. One cool thing about playing weddings is they do pay. Weddings pay way more than my actual gigs do. Like an Omniboy gig does not pay nearly as much as an Omni Rutledge wedding performance. Okay, what a weird situation to be in. It was a very weird situation, Cyber, but it was pretty cool. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, mm, mm. Yeah, but crap. Sorry, we were talking about hello, Jordan. Hi, Jordan. We were talking about bad shows. I'll name two more, or describe two more. Um, what's so funny is while I'm performing a show, I always think it's bad. I always think it's bad. It's only after I get off stage that it seems good. But some that even after I got off stage, I still feel like it's bad. Oh, okay. So in 2017, I switched over from doing more random, fly by the seat of my pants DJ typesets. When I say DJ typesets, I mean I'm coming up with the songs as I play them. You know, some bands will even have that. Some bands will kind of finish a song and they'll kind of do a quick on stage like meeting where they're like, into this one, yeah, let's play this one. But a lot of bands, more professional bands, will have a set list. When I was performing a lot of songs in 2015 and 2016, I was just kind of playing whatever came up, you know, in my head. I would go in with a rough idea, but it was a very DJ-oriented set. If I felt like the energy needed to be picked up, I would play something fast. If I played maybe some nice dream cutesy stuff and they didn't seem to like it, then I wouldn't play any more of that. In 2017, I gravitated more towards a concrete set list where I would go in knowing exactly what the first song was going to be and what the last song was going to be. I would know where my intermissions were, where I was going to be playing more piano, like, and I would rehearse it before going in. Now the cool thing about that type of set list is one, you can practice it, and two, you can arrange things so that they have a little bit more meaning. One of the main reasons that DJs playing maybe at a festival or a show don't do this is because if somebody before you plays a song that you were going to play, it is kind of nice to be able to on the fly remove that from your set list or just go, I'm not going to play that one. But when you're playing a predetermined set, it can be a lot harder to do that. However, since I perform all original music, nobody playing before me is going to play one of my songs. That would be really weird. But the one thing that sucks though about having the predetermined set is that you can't really change things on the fly. So if somebody comes up to you really quickly and they go, hey, just want to let you know, your set just got cut 15 minutes shorter, which has happened to me, unfortunately. You kind of have to, you can end it earlier, which is fine, but maybe if you had a specific mood or idea you wanted to end your set on, it can kind of ruin your flow. Now, something a little bit worse is when somebody says you need to extend your set, like, oh, hey, we still can't find the headliner, can you just kind of go on for maybe, 10, 15 more minutes? And you already have this big grand finale you know, predetermined, then that happens. And now what? Now you tack on like weird encores. You're not the headliner. You shouldn't have to do that. Anyways, I did have to do that. I won't say who the headliner was, but literally they could not find the headliner. They're like, "Oh, can you play like 15 more minutes or whatever while we look for the headliner?" And I was just like, I mean, yeah, fine, okay. And so there was kind of this like awkward silence after my last big song, and it ends. And then I'm like going on my laptop, like, okay, I have 15 minutes, which is an awkward amount of time. I was like, I need to either play three really long songs, 2 to 3 really long songs, or a bunch of short ones. So I was like, I choose 3 really long songs. So I picked one really long song, and then halfway through the second really long song, they found the headliner. He came rushing onto the stage, and they just cut my sound. So I didn't even really get to end that song. Like I'm in the middle of a song with like vocals and stuff like that. I'm doing my vocoder, and then all of a sudden, like all of my sound cuts off, and then the headliner's here, and everybody's like, "Woo, headliner!" And I was like, "Wow, that just made my very, very rehearsed and pristine set look so sloppy." That was awful. But that wasn't really my fault, I guess. That wasn't really my fault. But I would say that was a bad set. I ended up packing up my stuff and leaving the stage feeling like horrible. I was just like, wow, that was awful. I used to think all my performances were bad, says Sam, until I started having them recorded on video so I could watch my mess ups. Didn't seem as bad as I thought. Yeah, right? You can internalize a lot of that stuff and it can get like exaggerated in your head. Burrows says, if you were offering to make a soundtrack for a show like how Ivy and Sarasu did with Steven Universe, would you do it depending upon how the show looks or feels? Are you asking me if I would decline it depending on how the show looks or feels? I mean, in an ideal world, Burrows, sure. Let's say somebody shows me a show that looks like, what's a show I don't particularly like the look of? Squidbillies. If somebody shows me, and this isn't anything negative towards Squidbillies, I just personally don't really love the show. I'm not saying it's a bad show or even an ugly show. It's just not something I personally like. So somebody shows me Squidbillies, and they're like, "Yo, Omni, you want to score? We would like you to make the soundtrack for this." On the surface, I'm like, in an ideal world, again, an ideal world where I'm just doing passion projects, right? I don't have rent that needs to be paid. I'm like, nah, I respectfully decline. Um, but unfortunately, music business is a business and it is a job. So, depending on the amount of money, I will score like anything. It's almost like a sliding scale, right? Like, or if I don't like the thing, but the amount of money I'm being paid is really high, it's like, yeah, I'll probably do it. I mean, I do care about being financially secure and taken care of. So, yeah, I'd probably do the thing. But in an ideal world where I'm just doing things based off of passion, yeah, it kind of depends on how the show looks and feels. Like, I don't necessarily want to be a part of any project that I don't passionately agree with. And over time, I'm not going to name any of those projects, but over time, you guys may have seen me be a part of a project and then gradually leave it or just stop it altogether. And usually, that's just because the money isn't matching the level of like passion I don't have for it. Like I'm like, I don't care about this thing, and it also isn't feeding me, so I'm gonna leave. But I think that it's usually not as easy a decision, Burrows, is like me really, really liking the thing or identifying with it. Sometimes I just have bills. And scoring for TV, especially network television, is very lucrative. So, yeah, if somebody's asking me to score a TV show, I mean, you're likening it to Ivy and Sarasu, which is a Cartoon Network show. That's like a huge network, guys. So if somebody's like offering me to score like a Disney or a Cartoon Network or a Nickelodeon show or something like that, I mean, even if I don't particularly like the show, probably gonna say yes to that because it's just good resume build. But in an ideal world where I don't need money and maybe I'm already rich, I'm a millionaire, yeah, I only want to work with stuff that I personally feel connected to in some way. I couldn't imagine Omni's music and Squidbillies as this. Neither could I. I just wanted to come up with an example of something that I would personally like to decline. You know, if that makes sense. Um, you are financially secure. I just got 3 ads on the stream. I like Josh. I like Josh a lot. Oh, man. Uh. Okay, okay, okay. This says maybe if you had a mold, I could picture it. Word. Oh, Alaska's here. Hi, Alaska. Alaska made it. God, I feel horrible. Okay, it's the air quality, not the stream. Um, but yeah, financial security is interesting, Josh. I would actually say, and I don't think this is being too, I don't think this is being too personal or anything because of what I'm going to say after it. I would say that I've never been financially secure, and that's because my definition of financially secure is like how far away I am from ruin, right? Like if something happened and I lost my job, how far away am I from ruin? And even when I was like working full time jobs, I think I was like a month. Like if I got fired, I was like I think it can float for about 1 month. I have 1 month's rent in my bank account, and then after that, it's all gonna fall apart. And I think that now, um, the while that security has been stretched, right? Like I wouldn't say that I'm 30 days from being like on the streets, but definitely I would consider financial security a little bit higher up than when I am. But I can pay my bills right now, which is nice. Um, it makes sense like a doomsday clock. Oh, that's kind of fun to think of it more as a doomsday clock. Like how many days? How many days do you have with zero income before you're completely at doom? I guess. Uh oh. Looks like we got another one. We got a birthday on the stream. Hi, Curtis. Do you have any birthday plans? birthday Curtis, by the way. But does the original birthday song have chords to it? Josh says, I wish I could donate, but I'm 17. Oh. It's okay, Josh. I just appreciate you for making it into the streams. It's actually really nice. You've become rather consistent lately. I guess you could play with chords. But does it have chords? Like, if I like purchase the sheet music of the original birthday song, does it have chords in it? Interesting, even sub. Interesting. Word. Play guitar? Not anymore, I don't, Josh. I'm watching one of those piano tutorial videos for the song, and it's all melody videos. Oh, 0 chords. Interesting. Is there such thing as a 0 chord? That sounds really cool. Music theory buffs, is that a thing? A 0 chord? Don't know where to go once I get there, right? Like, it almost sounds like an end, right? But I don't want it to end there. I want it to go somewhere else. Doesn't Paul McCartney own the rights to the birthday song or something? I don't know this. Somebody does, right? Because I remember that being a big like thing when people were like, "Oh, don't sing the birthday song. That's copyright infringement." Somebody owns the birthday song. I just don't remember who it was. Warner, word. Says maybe carry the melody back up and dip again. I love it. So Jaime goes with a description that I would use, right? Carrying things places, dropping them, dipping them, zazzing them. Even Sub says try to go to the Roman numeral 4 chord. Even Sub knows that I don't know music theory, so I guess they're just saying this for fun. I don't know. I don't know what that is even so. And then, oh crap! Wait, who lost a lawsuit, Jesse? They're making a few million a year on licensing and settled to pay it back, and I think their claim may have been invalidated. Whoa! All facets. All facets of life have been monetized. That's a beautiful quote. That's a beautiful quote. It is. Okay, okay. Hives. What's happening? Guys, am I dying? Okay. Oh, guys, there's a production stream tomorrow. This says I feel like that's too nonchalant of a reaction. Oh, Diz, I get something called stress hives. I don't know if you've heard of them, but they're hives induced by stress. It's been pretty stressful lately, so the hives are actually right on schedule. They're on time. That's why my reaction was pretty nonchalant. It's okay though. It'll go away eventually, or it'll spread and then it'll go away. It's really just an A/B an A/B trail from here. John says, I really like the song you made that has no title. The description of that post is just, yo, I'm back with my nonsense. I was wondering how you made the vocal thingy sound. Huh. What was this post on, Josh? Was this on Instagram? Was this on YouTube? Was it on Twitter? Probably not good if it was on Twitter. It's going to be harder for me to find. It was on Instagram. Okay. Ain't that just how life be? Hate to be. Oh God, hi May, you're killing me today. I love this. Oh, hey, what's up? What's up, Liana? Is it the one where I'm playing on the MIDI fighter? Josh, let's narrow this down. Am I playing on the MIDI fighter? Does it go? Does it do that? Yeah, that song doesn't have a name. I was just messing around. It was just a beat. I was really bored and it was a beat. You're saying... What are you saying? You're saying... You were wondering how I made the vocal thingy sound. That's Omnisphere. Josh, please come into a production stream. That Omnisphere vocal sound is in like 5 songs now. It's in Dropout. It's in Talkbox. It's in whatever that beat was. That beat was actually supposed to be the first Quarantine, but it's not. Everything I eat kind of tastes like dirt. Okay, the orange sky went away. Back to being white and Silent Hill. Isn't it nice? Ooh, ash. I love the color of ash, Liana. Even Quarantine got B-sides. Okay, guys. Everybody who's living in a state right now that isn't currently burning to the ground, what's the weather like? Very cold. Could snow this week, supposedly, says Jesse. Interesting. It's hot, though, where Cyber is. In that hot south. Hey, Cyber, what if I made a whole EP that was all in 5/4? Would that be fun? Weather dropped randomly, says Jaime. Woke up today and it was 50 or something. Felt nice after the hot days. Yeah, it seems to have chilled off a lot of places, except for where Cyber is. Sending strength to Cyber in these warm, I'm assuming humid times. Hey guys. Have you ever done that thing where you leave a candle on while you sleep? I gotta figure out how I hit that. That part's just weird. Freaking annoying, but fun. Like Fall Guys. You can do 5 songs that way and then 4 breaks in between. I love the concept. I call it Studio 54. Whatever happened to Studio 54? I guess cocaine happened to Studio 54. Jesse says, Michigan is wild. It went from high 80s last week to 60s this week. But then it'll be back up to 70s next week. Yeah, we also have some heat coming back to the LA area. Like, it's been pretty chill lately, but it's supposed to be back up into the triple digits next week. So, that should be fun. He says, I'm scared of leaving candles on, so I just admire them through other people's experience. Interesting. I mean, you should be, right? I leave a candle out, but it's in a place of a metal bowl so as not to cause a fire. For sure, for sure. We take our safety precautions, but something weird that happens. Well, not weird, it's very, very logical scientifically, but something that happens when you leave out several candles, or at least when I leave out several candles, in an enclosed space like my room, I'll wake up and like my throat feels really scratchy just because the air in my room has gotten super, super dry. And so, that is what the fires are doing to the air in LA. I mean, it's already dry out here anyway. In California, period. More so in Southern California than Northern California, but it is very dry in California. But the fires have made it so that just like going outside and like breathing, like your throat feels really dry and scratchy, so you're just having to drink things constantly. But everything you drink kind of tastes like dirt, unless it's in like a cool thermos. What a nightmare. Anyways, I was once playing with a candle when I was a kid, and I got melted wax all over my hands, and I freaked out and turned out I could just wash it off, and everything was chill. Yeah, we love wax for that reason. Hot wax. That's like, I'm pretty sure that's like a therapy. Hot wax therapy. I think I've heard that. Don't want to start a fire and let everyone know it's a boy. I like that joke. I like that joke, Liana. I like that joke. We're suffering. We're all suffering. We're all gonna burn and die, Liana, but at least it'll be funny. At least it'll be funny. The funny thing, the pretty wild thing, is the fire smoke seems to be coming in weird waves, right? Like sometimes it's really orange, sometimes it's super white. Right now it's kind of this like, guys, it looks disgusting. In fact, I was driving my car because I went to go to Little Caesars last night. I know, I'm sorry, but I went to go to Little Caesars last night, and as I was pulling off, like my car did have ash on it, and I was actually confused. Because I was like not paying attention. I was like on my phone and stuff like that. And then I remember getting in my car and like all this white stuff flying around. And I was like, what the heck is going on? And I was like, oh yeah. I'm living in a nightmare-scape. This says, wasn't all this stemmed from that idiot and their dumb baby? The LA one is. So Liana up in the Bay has a completely different fire situation going on. I would say that the Bays is a bit more severe than down here in LA. A bit being a understatement. The Bay's fires are going, they're going baby boy bonkers. Here down in LA, like, we have a lot of ash, and it looks disgusting, but the air quality right now in the Bay, I think just because their fires have been going on a lot longer and they're larger in size, are a tiny bit worse. Oh crap. Okay. But yes, it is. A lot of California is burning, and it's more than 2 fires. It's a lot of fires happening. Oh, to live in the extremely boring Central California, where nothing happens. Sorry, where fire doesn't happen. Bakersfield. Buttonwillow. I named the song after that horrible town. Guys, do you know what Buttonwillow is? The big fires around the Bay are contained, but there are new fires up north and in Oregon that still got us messed up. That's wild, actually. Wait, somebody said that that actually explains something. A homie of mine was just slamming Oregon, and I didn't understand. I thought it was just, typical NorCal hating Oregon type stuff. But, no, it was, I guess Oregon's fires are now undoing a lot of the Bay's containment efforts. Yeah, it's kind of sad, right? How would you not have the foresight, says Diz, to know that with everything that's happened? But, that's fine. It's whatever, right? Annual fires. California's burning. This does feel a little worse, but I think this feels worse to me. I'm going to go ahead and interject my own selfishness. This feels worse to me because now my car is covered in ash, and I'm having breathing problems. But I mean, this does happen every year in California to some community somewhere. Um, it's just typically not in my part of LA. Typically, it's in Santa Clarita. But I mean, one person I know that lives in Santa Clarita pissed me off like 5 years ago, so I kind of don't like the city anymore at all anyway. Do you ever write off an entire city because there's one person you know that lives there that you don't like? It's a very petty way to go about life, guys. I would recommend against it. Yeah, I mean. Oh. 2006 New Mexico? Wait, what are you saying, Sam? Are you saying that you wrote off the entirety of New Mexico in 2006 because somebody you didn't like lived there? Or are you saying something is significant about New Mexico in 2006? Hmm. Leona wants to create Atlantis and live there. I would much prefer to live in the sky than under the sea. But yeah, I guess you wouldn't have to worry about air quality. You would have to worry about, like water quality. Isn't that a thing? Isn't like us like constantly like peeing and throwing like soda cans in the ocean like doing something? Is it doing it? Just had a bad few experiences on tour, all located in New Mexico. Oh, okay, Sam. There's a town in New Mexico called Las Cruces, and there was a place there called Red Code Cafe that I played several shows at. I think it was just really easy to book, so I honestly think, all respect due to my old manager, he would book there because it was easy and it made a tour look cooler if you were like, we played Las Cruces, we played Roswell, we played Albuquerque, we played can't remember what the last one was there. There was one more city that we would play, El Paso or something like that. And for me, it was like Albuquerque is what you wanted to play. You wanted to play the launch pad in Albuquerque, but he would always book all these like trash shows around it to make us, the band, look a little bit more accomplished or successful. But every single city in Albuquerque, in New Mexico, was always trash and filled with bad experiences, except for Albuquerque. I mean, Albuquerque also had some bad experiences, but at least it had the launch pad and the Mission, which was a burrito restaurant that was open really late. That was pretty close to the launch pad. Anyways, a guy ran a venue, pulled a knife on our bass player. Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, not to just paint with broad strokes, but something was going like there's like a different like mode in New Mexico. Like people were on like a different time, and I just couldn't get on it, and so I was constantly ending up on people's bad sides while I was there. Like so many like fights, and yeah, I would just like end up in trouble. I wasn't like looking for trouble. Somehow I just end up in trouble in New Mexico. So I feel you on that, Sam. I always do love Albuquerque though. This says, how's Brexit doing? I'm not sure. Um, I'm not really sure. I don't know if you're asking that to Even So, because Even So was talking about Europeans looking at America. I entertain no illusions or misconceptions. I think the entire Western world is kind of a nightmare right now. I mean, Canada seems to be quiet, but I'm sure they're going through their own like nightmares. I think everything's going pretty bad. the reason I specify the Western world is because I just don't know enough about what's happening in Asia to make even an assumption. I know that there's like always some stuff with China and Taiwan or China v Hong Kong. There's always like stuff there, but and then recently there was the like Japan versus Korea stuff. I guess no. I think the entire world is just a nightmare right now. America does seem to be the loudest in the room of troubled nations, but I feel like everybody's kind of going through it, huh? Oh, word up, Eddie. Hi, Eddie. Hmm. Leon says Boris sucks. Yeah, Boris a nightmare. As somebody that doesn't live in a nation ruled by him, and somebody that's going strictly off of like what I've seen on the news and what I've heard from his mouth, doesn't seem like a dope dude. No. Um, a lot of his comparisons to Trump feel very valid. Okay, that being said, I really don't want to get political in this stream, guys. We have enough to deal with. Seems like a strange dude. Sorry. Seems like a strange dude is such a good, like, that is such a good description of somebody that's, like, overtly bad. It's just like, I heard, I don't know, seems like a strange guy. Because, like, I feel like you could say that about just about anybody. We chilling in New Zealand, says even so. Oh, word up. Word up. That's good. I mean, doesn't New Zealand have like a whole? Never mind. Never mind. I don't. Yeah. Nope. Word. I'm also chilling. Even so. I feel you though. I saw a bumper sticker in the style of. We're not gonna. Yeah, we're not gonna do that in the stream today. Maybe in another stream. Maybe in a stream where I just want to go full nuclear and like ruin my own morning medley. We'll start talking about like politics. I'll just make the whole like 2 hours about politics and like all the issues with each individual nation and like. But I'm not gonna do that now. Oh my god, guys! I feel like I'm just like. I feel like I have my lips wrapped around the like exhaust of a like 1992 Honda Civic. It's horrible. Okay, this says I saw a bumper sticker in the style of a campaign ad that said "Giant Meteor 2020." Just ended already. Oh, I did see that. Yo, I saw that same exact bumper sticker. This, I mean, I think I might have seen it on a shirt actually, or yeah. Please drink some water. Yeah, this is a time of fun and levity. I hear you, Cyber. I hear you. Cyber's so smart. Wait, that was a... Well, what happened to that song? Does anybody remember that one? Why is the audio crackly? What happened? Oh no. Oh no. I don't know what I did, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that the audio is crackly. Something... I think that, like, Ash also got on my phone camera because I had to, like, Windex my phone camera. I had to, like, put a little drop of Windex on because I just couldn't wipe it clean. It was weird. It was blurry every time I opened it. Um, mm, mm, mm. Oh no, yeah, I think there's something stuck on the speaker. Eddie says Ash. Restarting the stream doesn't help it, does it? Sounds like pop rock candy, says Josh. Oh, guys. We're not even at 1:30. I don't know how to fix this. Hold on. Yes, I will. Um, yo, that's funny. Yo, Jaime's on one today. Jaime's Jaime's really putting in the work today. It's a freaking organ, because of course it is. It says church organ number 3, by the way, for 219. Is it crackling like crazy when I do that? What the heck is that? What is that? That's horrible. Speedrun play. Speedrun play witchy. That was a little bit of witchy. Anyone do anything exciting recently? Maybe the smoke's in my brain because for some reason every comment everybody's making is really funny to me. I don't know if you guys are actually trying to be funny. I'm not making fun of you guys. I'm definitely not. I'm not poking fun at you guys. You guys are great. It's just for some reason everything in the chat's hilarious to me. Anyone do anything exciting recently? I haven't been excited in like 9 months, Liana. And no, longer. I haven't been excited in roughly a year. So, yeah. No. No. Nah. I don't want to play that new Kingdom Hearts thing. It's gone now. Okay, so I don't know what's happening with the crackly thing. I'm sorry, guys. Diz says, Leanna, I got my oil changed the other day, and some crazy lady drove right in front and started arguing with the they serviced her car in front of everyone else. That's how you do it, guys. That's customer service. I was supposed to get an oil change. I've been actually supposed to get an oil change for about a month now, but I'm definitely not doing it today. We gotta do something. Guys. We gotta do something about these fires. I mean, people were suffering, but now I'm mildly inconvenienced, and now I want to see action happen. But for real though, shouts out to all the firefighters and people that are actually out there, getting up and close and personal with this stuff. I was thinking about firefighters the other day because every single time, I don't know why this is, but it's like whenever I'm going grocery shopping, that's also when like Fireman Jim pulls up the fire engine and all of his his dudes hop out, and that's when they're doing their shopping. And I have to say, even when I was working, because my first job was a bag boy at a place called Fry's, which is a Kroger grocery store in Arizona, and I remember when the firemen would come up, it was always this really cool, you would want to bag for them. Sometimes as a bag boy, we would switch lanes or beg homie, if it looked like the firefighters were going to register 3, it's yo, can I bag on register 3 just for a minute, I just want to get there. You would want to do stuff for the firefighters, and it was just because they were so cool. They were always so cool. They were funny. They were always making jokes and giving you high fives. They were just so cool, and they made you feel cool. They made you feel strong. I don't know, it was just such a good it was like a superhero. It was like the Avengers coming through. It was the exact opposite reaction when police came through the store. And this is not, I'm not gonna slam on policemen in this stream. You guys know how I feel about police, but I will say, whenever it comes time for there's a big fire, something like this, and you see the firefighters going out, it does feel away. Even though I know that it's different, LAFD and who's fighting the forest fires, stuff like that, it is different. I know that there's a different department for it, but I don't know, firefighters always seem so cool to me. Firefighters are cool. So anyways, yeah, there's a lot of fires happening, and I know a lot of people are doing what they can to help. So shouts out to those people, I guess, since I'm probably not going to do it again in the stream. Neobo says the camera setup looks different. I don't know what you guys are seeing. Is it the window? Is that what it... Does it still look different? Does it still look... I literally... I set it up like this every day. I went to Daiso the other day, says Leon. Saw some friends briefly and got a burrito. That was cool. Was it exciting though, Liana? Was it exciting? Came to get the brakes done. Turns out there wasn't even her brakes, so just drove over something and the part was stuck in there. Oh, wow, that's weird. Obscene waste of time and resources for them and everyone else. I felt so bad for homie doing the job. Yeah. I mean, we've all been there, right? Well, not all of us, but most of us. Wish I could be a firefighter. Also, your field of view is higher. Oh, you guys can see higher up? Is that what's happening? Ugh, man, I feel dizzy. Jesus Christ. Okay. The window did make a difference, though. Word up, Eddie. Yeah. Did it make me look light skin? Did it make me look like a light skin? Jaime says, feel like the window, but something still feels right. Yeah, that's what it is. You guys can see higher. Can you guys normally not see that high up on my pull-up bar? Activity outside of my home is exciting and exhausting. Unity house, see how we set up. Yo, these are really funny. I think I might just be a little loopy. I think that I'm a loopy today, guys. I think that's what's doing it. Hold on. Guys, I have not unwrapped this in years. And I was just looking at it in the reflection of the stream. This is from you can see in the bottom corner there where my face is now. It says Yamaha Ginza. It's like it's what they gave me at Yamaha Ginza, and you're supposed to tie it around like here. You know, like a kid do. Anyways, and in Japan it's very humid, and especially in the summer people are sweating constantly, so a lot of people wear those things and they like wipe, I don't know, sweat from their brow often. And so when I was a guest of honor. Wow. Is that where I peaked? Is that where I peaked, being a guest of honor at Yamaha Ginza? I was a guest of honor at Yamaha Ginza, and they gave me one of those. And once I got to LA, I didn't know what to do with it because I just don't really sweat here very much. And so I hung it on my pull-up bar. And part of me wants to throw it away because it feels inherently hoardy. But it's from Yamaha Ginza, you know? It was a very nice experience for me. That was the last exciting thing that happened to me, Liana. Interesting. Do you use lotion after a shower? I get ashy sometimes. Yo, no, everybody in the stream is actually being really funny. First of all, Eddie, I do that a lot. I do that to piss off some of my friends. I do like squint and get like the camera like really close. I did that on like Instagram story a few times. I like made jokes about being light skinned. Oh my god. I'm so glad Eddie made that joke. Also, yes, I do use lotion after the shower. I use lavender infused lotion. Because I don't know, bugs don't like lavender. It does smell a lot like my ex though, which is kind of annoying. Jaime says, can see more of the room. Yeah, higher and see the line coin banks you got. See, I thought that those were always visible in the stream. I thought you could always see those, but yeah, maybe I'm off. Those streams get taken down for smoke inhalation. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny, even so. That's a keepsake from a cool trip. Let me find out he accidentally picked up weed flavor for his humidifier. Weed flavor is hilarious. Flavor is hilarious. This is funny. Everybody's got jokes today. This is sick. Lavender, you got money, bros, I said, which is also funny. It actually came with the thing. It came with like 4 of these. It came with an orange scented one that I almost never use. It came with a lavender one. It came with them. You know, there was one that I really liked, eucalyptus, but I ran out of that one. Hello, Isidora, and good morning to you. You are loopy today, I think. First seeing you was so full of energy. Josh, you missed streams 2 days ago where I got 4 hours of sleep. Now that was loops, baby. The camera's a bit further back today, says Liana. I can't tell if you guys are being legit or if you guys are now joking. If you guys are just saying it to be funny now. Oh crap, the landscapers are here. You know, the landscapers and I have a very interesting relationship in my neighborhood. Where it's like, I like them and I'm always really nice to them. But I found that because they always come while I'm streaming, is the thing. They always come while I'm streaming. So I don't think that they've ever seen. I don't think they've ever seen me from here down. I exist like a little Lego man. Okay, guys, alright. Yeah, that'll stop the sound on me. Just pull the shade. Okay, this next song. Oh, Jesus Christ. This next song's called Clover Salad. How could they landscape at a time like this? Says this. Yeah, everything's funny. I think it's me. I'm back on. I think it might just be me. Isadora says, "Oh, the atmosphere." Thank you, Isadora. I want whatever the combination of train ride and car wash is. I've had something very similar to this, Umbe. I've had something very similar to this. Now, I think I understand what you're saying. I think. And it was, the way I got this experience is from riding a Japanese train in one of the wildest storms I've been in a very long time. And it's the wildest storm I've been in a long time because LA doesn't really get storms. We get rain, but we don't get like storms often. I was in Japan And I was on a train, and the storm was so bad you couldn't like see out the window. You were just getting pelted with water so much that it felt like I was being in a car wash. And I actually made that joke. I made that joke, and it did not perform well. People didn't like it. But if that's what you're referring to, Diz, I have been in that. But if you're meaning it in some other way, like you literally want to see suds on the outside of a car wash, I mean, a train window, then I don't know. Do I not need to yell? Sorry, I'm yelling. I'm yelling because it's so loud for me, but maybe it's not that loud for you. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, Zyra. If I don't need to, if you guys can hear me when I speak softly. It was very nice though, Umbe. It was very nice. The storm and the train thing. It was very, very nice. Um, I don't know when I'll experience that again. I love heavy rainstorms, like a lot. But I say that as somebody that's never been in a truly like devastating one, right? Like when I think of heavy rain, like the Midwest gets some pretty heavy rain that's nice. I had some in Oklahoma. I also had some in Texas. I've had some in Illinois, and I've had some in Michigan. But um, it wasn't incredibly cold when I was experiencing this rain, and it wasn't destructive. It was just really wet, so it was fine. Ube says, Omni, do you know the amnesia chords? Oh, hmm. Well, I'd like to think so. I think so. It might take me a couple seconds, but I'll figure them out. Josh says, ever traveled anywhere? Josh, are you talking to me? What the heck? Josh, are you talking to me or somebody else? I think it's this chord. Wait. Hold on. What's the first line of Amnesia? Remember when I think it's this chord. Yeah, that's it. And then, yeah. Yeah. Amnesia chords. Uh, I like the heavy rain jokes. Sorry. Uh, remember when we thought long distance could work? Ooh. Ooh. Is that the line? Is that the line? It's interesting because a lot of people don't know all the lyrics to Amnesia, which is fine. Yeah, you shouldn't. Nobody should know all the lyrics to any of my songs. But usually I found that people will pick out very specific lines. And it's always interesting seeing which ones people pick out. And no one ever picks out, well, people usually pick out the last line or they'll pick out the You a Cow Now line. Okay. Does bringing up Amnesia make you feel some kind of way? It's one of my faves, but it always feels bad bringing it up. No. For a little while it did. That's actually a good question, anyway. For a little while it did, right? Because it's a very personal song. But I think kind of like seeing a photo of you and an ex that did you dirty or something like that. If the photo's from like a year ago, maybe it still hurts. 5 years ago, it hurts a little bit less, right? Time heals all, or at least it should. And so I think that Amnesia came out in 2017, right? We're 3 years after the fact, so it doesn't hurt anymore. It's like fun. In fact, any negative feelings I feel about Amnesia, I guess would air closer to embarrassment than like heartbreak. Because it's like, I was very upset in the song, and so I wrote lyrics about how upset I was. But I'm no longer upset, so sometimes looking at or hearing those lyrics is like, dang, I was really going through it, huh? Venomade lyrics are really, really good, bro, says Eddie. Thanks, Eddie. That might have been my lyrical peak. I just can't write lyrics anymore to save my life. I've been trying to write lyrics all week, and it's, like, not working. So, I appreciate you saying that, Eddie. Venomade lyrics are very similar to Amnesia lyrics in that they were written in a very bad place, but they're a little bit more, what's the word, vague and interpretive, whereas the Amnesia lyrics are just like straight up, telling a story. So, Josh says, I eat Venomade. Oh my god! Sorry. Things about the glove line a lot. The glove line. Yeah. That's a good one, right? Now you finish it off with an In My Own House part. It just ties it all up like you're through. I am through with that song. I am through with all of the people mentioned in that song. Myself included. Guys, I just... First of all, does anybody enjoy the DMV? Does anybody enjoy the DMV at all? Nothing to be embarrassed about. I honestly like the lyrics, and in part it is a nice punch at the end. Oh, thanks, Sam. I appreciate that. Because, yeah, it can be embarrassing for me sometimes. Enjoy what? The DMV. Does anybody in the stream enjoy the DMV? Or the MVD, depending on where you are? I know it can have different... I enjoy it. I enjoy being there. Now, the reason that I'm saying that is because, what is that? It's where people have to go to get their driver's license, Isidora. You stand in a long line, everybody's very fidgety, nobody's in a good mood. It's a government building, so no one's typically ever happy in a government building. Now, I'm glad that you brought up the idea of masochism, Leanna, because I wouldn't consider myself a masochist, but I think when things are so bad, my threshold, you know how like, people have like psychotic breaks? I hate to bring that up flippantly, like it's a normal and not serious thing, but you know when somebody has like a small break, let's not say psychotic break, just like a small break when they've gotten so upset that they just kind of throw up their hands and they laugh and go, ha, whatever, whatever, I don't care anymore. I get to that point so quickly that it almost like a release valve. It keeps me from getting like irate or very angry. Usually when I get a minor inconvenience, I'll get a little frustrated, and then when I get even a middle level inconvenience, I reach the like laughing and throwing my hands up, like whatever, like just shaking my head and chuckling to myself. I get to that really, really easily. And I'm telling you guys, I think that the reason that I'm finding so much humor in the stream today is because I'm there. I think the low air quality and the very loud buzzing sound outside, and like for whatever reason my monitor keeps freezing. The only thing that can make this stream more catastrophic is if it just died. Or if it did that thing, you know how my phone sometimes just flips me upside down for no reason? Maybe if that happened. Anyways, Josh says I live in the Philippines. Turtles, so don't know. In the Philippine turtles. So don't know. Oh, what is that, says Josh, about the DMV. Yeah, it's just, it's a building that everybody doesn't want to go to. But I usually get there and I actually enjoy myself there. Because for some reason being in a building with a bunch of miserable people is like, it makes me laugh. I don't know. It's fun for me. It's almost like watching an episode of The Office. It's like nobody seems to be having a good time on The Office. And somehow that's why it's fun. Everybody seems really embarrassed and uncomfortable. Anyways, hello Theo, welcome to Morning Medley number 219. Thanks for making it all the way out. Are you saying that your superpower is mental breakdown? Yes, Eddie. Yes. That's what I'm saying. DMV is chill as long as you got all your ducks in a row. Get in, get out, baby. See, Diz is going in like a level-headed adult. A lot of people don't do that, Diz. A lot of people are like, hey, I'm only coming to get this one thing. I'm doing it on short notice. Please just get me in and out of here. Yeah, people don't usually come in organized. I do, but I mean, I haven't been to a DMV in a very long time, so maybe I shouldn't insert myself in that. Ooh, ooh. The one cool thing about the air quality being so dry and bad is mosquitoes are dying everywhere, guys. I think that's worth a round of applause. Mosquitoes, I haven't seen one. If you're in California and you see a mosquito today, I would like to know where you are. I would like to know where these mosquitoes are living. I'm seeing dead mosquito bodies because it's just the smoke. They hate it. They hate it. They need moisture, to lay their little baby eggs. Hi, says Vandas, I ain't even got ducks. I'm already messing. I go on like an excited child because I'm just a big kid. I still like doing menial tasks. I like menial tasks too, Ray. I don't know why. Yeah, they make me feel good. On occasion, on occasion. If I had to do them every day, I don't know how I feel about them, but I like making the decision to voluntarily do them. The sky's orange where you are too, says Eddie. No, it's like a yellow. It's like a... It is the color of, It's not really a yellow. You know cocoa butter? Have you ever used cocoa butter or lotion? Or like Vaseline cocoa butter type? It looks like that. It's kind of like an off-whitish yellow cream look. Can't you use smoke to control bees? You can use smoke to control bees. Yeah. Drunk on smoke. That's how bees work. I don't have any mosquitoes here because we have a lot of house spiders living here. Just a bunch of cobwebs. I love it. You love to hear it, Josh. I currently have 2 spiders in my room, and there's one building its web in the living room, like my rack where all my PlayStation games are. There's one building a web right there. The thing that sucks about spiders is I love having them, and I love their webs. Beautiful stuff, but I just wish that... I wish that it wasn't culturally seen as a sign of neglect or like derelict, right? Like if you go into somebody's house and they have a bunch of cobwebs, most people's immediate thought is like, oh, they don't clean very often, or they haven't been in this room very often, or you need to dust, you need to clean in here. It's never like, yo, we just have a spider. It's always seen as kind of like a byproduct of filth and neglect, and not a creation of an insect, or sorry, an arachnid. So I like spiders, but that's kind of like a drawback, right? Anywho, never used cocoa butter, but I remember back in middle school, this one kid used to be known as Cocoa Butter. Oh, was he light skinned? Yeah, we have a spider, says Theo. Congratulations, arachnophobia game. Where you at, says Even Sub, who apparently does not like spiders. Me and spiders have an understanding. They don't show themselves. I let them live. They go to eat. Word. If I see a spider, I'll still let it live. I just don't want them in my stuff. Like, stick to the corners. Don't come out into the communal space, right? I think that's what roaches have. That's where roaches have me mixed up. Like, they try to get into my food and stuff, and it's like, if roaches ate other bugs like spiders did, like I wouldn't kill them. I'd be chill. My spiders are so dumb. They build their webs in the sink. That is pretty dumb, Josh. Snailphobia gang. Where are you? Nobody. Oh. Isidore is so great. Isidore, did you read Uzumaki yet? My father removed the cobwebs one time, and then suddenly a bunch of ants and flies began appearing. Yeah, you gotta let those babies cook. I don't like killing any insect. I don't like killing any insect either, Theo, but roaches are special. Roaches are special. Me and roaches have been at war for as far as I can remember, so I don't consider roaches insects. I consider them... They're different. They get into my stuff. Most bugs don't really get into your stuff, right? Like scorpions, spiders... Well, now I'm just naming arachnids, but like... Oh, crap. Ants... I don't even really be killing a lot of ants. Um, Roaches though, roaches they can get it. There's been a snail on my girlfriend's window for several days. Ants feel like childhood, says Eddie, and that's why they like them. I feel. Roaches are demon spawn, says even sub. Word. What is this stream? It's a nightmare, Diz. I lost track of it a little bit ago. I'm gonna try to wrangle some control and power in a second. Sorry, once I get to the bottom of this bug talk. Mosquitoes are the only insects that unlock my kill meter. I don't like killing things either, says Umbe. Yeah, I'll kill a mosquito. But I kill a mosquito because it attacks me, right? Like, my thing with bugs is like, hey, don't hurt me and don't eat my food. Don't hurt me and don't eat my food. If they're doing anything else, like, I'm actually fine with them. Snails don't eat my food and they don't hurt me, so I let them cook. Flies don't hurt me, but they do get in my food sometimes, so yeah, don't touch me. I think that's what it really is. Don't touch me, don't touch my stuff. I have the same policy with bugs that I have with, roommates. Don't touch me, don't touch my stuff. I mean, sounds like your girlfriend is living in a snail's house now. Aww. Liana, I don't like this joke. Liana, this is the first joke of the stream. I'm gonna make a song with Snail's House. I'm gonna make a song with Snail's House and piss off everybody. Just piss off the entire scene. I'm gonna make a song with Snail's House and release it in 2021. Mosquitoes, can't stand them. Can't live with them. No, yeah, I don't like mosquitoes either. We gotta get out of the bug talk, guys. Bug talk has been very fruitful, though. Why would people be mad, says Sam, if I made a song with Snail's House? Oh, when I say people, I don't mean just like, I don't mean like fans that don't know me or Snail's House. I think for those people, they'd be like, oh, this is chill. This maybe should have happened 4 years ago, actually. But I think that, like, music people would be pissed because of, like, the weird history there. And, like, me and, like, Ujiko being, like, at odds for a little while. And then, like, it just feels like too little too late, right? I feel like the fandom wanted Omniboy Snail's House song. They wanted an Omniboy Bowen song. They wanted a Bowen Snail's House song. They wanted an Omniboy Maxo song, like, so long ago that if I did it now, it would just feel very insulting. Like, nobody wants this now. Almost like how we got Bad Boys for Life. Like, we got Bad Boys 3, but it was, like, really late, and it wasn't super good. Because we had expectations that couldn't have been met. I don't know what people think an Omniboy Snail's House song would sound like, but probably not as good as they're imagining it would. Can't wait for the anime adaptation of Uzumaki. That's an anime I'm actually going to watch, Eddie. And you know me, I don't like anime or whatever. I don't hate the snail part. I think I just can't stand real snails, says Isidora. Word. Word. Oh, so, yeah, so it's only, wow, that's actually really cool. That's really cool that your phobia is reserved for the real things. Okay, it's a pandemic. There's going to be a hard reset coming out of this. Oh, that's not good. Hold on, I gotta play something. Sorry guys, it's gonna be witchy. gosh, that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. I love 654 AR or 645. I thought it was 654. I'm. I think I'm just counting backwards. You're right. It is 645. 654. I'm an idiot. Anyways, no, I do like them, but that's never gonna happen. I really hate when I'm watching Instagram and there are snail photos. I can throw away my phone instantly. Oh, I have such a good follow-up joke to that, but it's not nice. Sometimes I want to throw the phone when I just see photos of my friends, depending on the friend. This song reminds me of pinball, says even so. Jesus Christ. Hi, Shio. Who is Snail? Says Diz. Sorry, Sorry. I've missed something. Shio says, do you take any requests or do you just improvise things? Sorry, this is my first time here. Welcome, Shio. I usually just improvise things. I'll take requests sometimes if it's of an original that I've made, because I know how to play songs that I made, right? But I don't really know a lot of covers, so I don't usually take requests. Oh my god, I'm missing so many things in the chat. I'm sorry, guys. The earliest thing I'm seeing now is Sky's comment. The humidifier is amazing. The lighting in your room is super weird from the haze. Oh, is that what's doing it? Yeah, it's also just weird. The lighting in Los Angeles is weird right now. But you know, you live here. I'm sorry I made that joke, says Liana. It's okay, Liana. I mean, I know you know I was joking when I said I didn't like it. I actually did like that joke. It was actually very clever. And I do like Ujiko. Oh, what bosom friends. Me and he. How about Claire de Lune? It's my favorite. I'm sorry, Shio. I did not make that song. Again, thank you for being here. I'm sorry to the world that I didn't make that song. It's a very nice song. But no, I don't play covers in the stream, Shio. I'm sorry. If anybody wants my passport, if anybody wants my passport, I don't think that I'm going to get any good use out of it. What I was meaning to say was, if anybody, being countries, wants my, like, if American passports are good to anybody after this, I would very much like to return to Japan and work with he who must not be named. Not Ujiko, somebody else. Sorry. What's new information? What's new information? Even so, there are new people here. Shio is new, so Shio didn't know that I didn't do covers. I still need to finish this song. That's where I have to go. Thanks, guys. I've been trying to get there this whole time. Okay, catching up, catching up. Is Diz leaving? I finally found it. Diz, I finally found it. It goes here. Exactly where it goes from there, but I was just trying to get to that chord and not found it. I'm lost again. I'm lost again. But I'm getting close, guys. I'm getting close. By whoever is leaving. It's all wrong. I don't know what that is, but we can't do that. I can't concentrate for the life of me this morning. Super antsy. Yeah, I've been like going through some things. So yeah. Oh, did Liana leave? Oh my god, I missed her. I didn't even get to play double Let's for her. Tell her how funny the Snail's House joke was. That's disgusting. That's hideous. Okay. Ew. They're all wrong. Okay, I think I get it. flow of. I like that a lot. I just don't know where to go from there, but I do like it so far. I like that. Okay. I have a question for all you who lives in the USA. I lives in the USA. I would like to hear this question. Please. Shoot, Isidora. While I figure this out. The pumpkin flavor food that you have in the U.S. is all year or only in this fall Halloween time? Some of it is year round, but most of it, pumpkin spice stuff, usually is more seasonal. Isidora, you can kind of get pumpkin stuff anytime though. You can get like pumpkin pie and things like that, but I would say that like if you're looking for very specific like themed drinks and treats, yeah, it's for the fall. It's fall. I wouldn't even necessarily say Halloween time. I would say just fall time because like even Halloween's over, like you can still get pumpkin spice stuff like through Christmas in most places, all the way up to Christmas. Yeah. What Sam says? Oh, all the way to December. I dream with all that food. Here don't have any pumpkin food. Oh, well, as somebody that really does not like pumpkin, if you ever visit, you can have all the pumpkin things that they would have given to me. They being, I don't know, the establishment. The U says, yeah, it's not marketed heavily except in autumn, but it does exist. Yeah, Isidora, like I said, it does exist. Like you can still get pumpkin stuff. Like if you want to make a pumpkin pie, you can get all the stuff for it. But most restaurants and like fast food places are just gonna sell the pumpkin stuff during the fall. But if you want to make it, like you can. Yeah, I don't really like pumpkin spice, so it's whatever. Dunkin' Donuts and Starbucks are pushing it closer to the end of the summer rather than the fall. Actually, I mean, true things, Jaime, true things. Trying to get early out the gate. I didn't try anything, so maybe I hate that flavor when I try, but it looks good. Oh, very interesting. I'm curious to know how you feel about it then. If you actually haven't tried it, but you just like the color, because that's how I felt about taro and ube. I love the color of it. Like I would love to be able to drink something that's like that weird lavender purple color, but I just can't stand the flavor of either one of those things. So, yeah. Do Bumblebee, says Josh. The name of that song is actually Bumblebee, but hold on. Do I have my mouse here? I don't have my mouse. Hold on. Oh, it's not gonna. Oh, I forgot. This laptop is a touchscreen. Oh no, I messed it up. I ruined everything. Oh, I keep ruining it. Hold on. Because what I'm gonna do, really quickly, just to promote a friend, does anybody in the stream know who Carpainter is? While I look this up. Does anybody know who that is? Bumblebee. This song sucks. Hold on. Hold. Wow, I feel like I'm in Star Command. This is so much fun. Well, I'm really doing this. Okay, hold on. wasn't. There it is. Oh, I'm not even looking at the chat. Sorry. Who even requested this again? Do you guys say full or autumn? Is there a difference? I use both interchangeably. I don't know about Isidora. I usually say autumn when I want to sound fancy and learned. I say autumn when I want to sound like I have a very wealthy upbringing, and then I say fall when I'm talking to friends. I saw somewhere around Reddit, Josh, where somebody said that Bumblebee was a scary song. They said that they thought it was a scary song. Isn't that the entire song? It's just that, right? People are probably scared of the voice. Yeah, people don't like Vocaloid. Anyhow, I wrote that song here in this very room, because there was a bee that was stuck in my room. Man, I've told this story a lot. There was a bee that was stuck in my room. I opened all the windows and it still wouldn't leave, and so I wrote a song for it. That's weird. Wow, I really was just without a care in the world. I was just writing tunes I wanted to make. Is there any season? Is there any other season that has two names? No. No. Because I actually thought about that when I was making the song Winter Heart. In the song Winter Heart, I actually name all the seasons. This is a bit of trivia that I've also talked about in previous streams, but maybe you missed it. The lyrics to Winter Heart are "Spring in my step," is the first line, which is spring. I'm walking down the street all by myself in the summer heat, so spring, summer. I want to fall in love again, which is fall, autumn. But my winter heart stays frozen, blah, 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 winter. So I named the seasons in order in the lyrics of the song Winter Heart. And I remember I was trying to figure out a way to make autumn fit into, because like spring is like a verb, right? Summer can be an adjective, but I mean spring is a verb, and I was like, how do I use autumn? And I was like, oh, I'll just use fall, because fall is also a verb. Anyways, yeah, I don't think there's any other interchangeable names for the other seasons, or at least that's not. I couldn't think of any when I was making that song. That makes me think. Why is there two names? I think fall is like a nickname. I think that autumn is the proper term. I think that fall just became a nickname. I don't really know why. Because, like, I mean, somebody could say, like, fall, you know, there's leaves falling to the ground, that's when the fall happens. But, I mean, plenty of other cool things happen in other seasons, right? That we could have come up with a nickname for, just for whatever reason, they didn't stick. It's a good question, though, even so. It really makes you think. gonna try to do some work before my appointment. Good luck, Sky. I'll line message you later. I think autumn's the real one too because it's only we use in New Zealand, or maybe New Zealand is fake. Maybe New Zealand isn't real. I only know one person from New Zealand, and his name is Tom. And what a lovable guy. You ever just meet a guy and love him? I knew he'd be back. Anyways, you ever just meet a guy and you just went over? The charm is real. He's a very charming person. Only person I've ever met from New Zealand. If everybody from New Zealand is like that, then yeah, your country sounds dope. Your country sounds really dope. Apparently, both autumn and fall are relatively new usages. It used to be called harvest. That makes so much sense, Jesse. Ugh, that makes so much sense. Of course, it used to be called harvest. Of course. And then winter was called, oh, my crops are dead, please. Or something like that, probably. All in favor of calling it harvest. I'm there. That's so sick. That's sick, actually. Okay, we made it to 2:15. This happens every stream. Every stream I play for what feels like 5 hours, and I look up and only 20 minutes have passed. And then I talk for what feels like 5 minutes, and I look up and an hour and a half have passed. Winter's cold starvation. I like this joke. Winter was, probably Eddie. Probably. Spring. In my opinion, spring doesn't even need to be a thing. I think spring, I view spring as just the transitional gray period between winter and summer. I just feel like, because we can't, or we shouldn't, I mean, I know you live in a lot of places, me included, that have some pretty dramatic weather spikes, but because weather can't just go from being like excruciatingly hot to horribly cold, and vice versa, it's just like this weird transitional period between the two extremes, and I never think of spring as actually being a season. Maybe it's because winter doesn't, I mean, Arizona doesn't really have much of a spring season, so I didn't grow up with a proper spring. Maybe that's why, I don't know. But autumn seems to have, like, identity. It's like harvest time. Summer is like, yo, the sun's out, baby. Winter is cold, and spring is just kind of like, I don't know. I guess, is that when you plant your, I don't know. How long does it take a crop to grow? I'm not a farmer here. Spring is a fake season for people in relationships, says Eddie. Thank you. See, someone needs to say it. Someone needs to say, like, the tough stuff. And I know that this isn't a political stream, so I try to, like, keep things kind of buttoned up as far as talking about really divisive stuff. But somebody has to say, like, what really matters. And it is that spring is not a real season. It's something made up. It was invented by Hallmark and the Do people still say that about Valentine's Day, or they're just like, it's just the companies that got together and made this thing? I mean, it's true, but I feel like I haven't heard that in a really long time. Spring is when stuff grows back after everything is dead from winter. Ah, good point. Didn't think about it that way. Even so. Again, being from Arizona, there isn't that much regrowth of things. In a desert, you know, winter to spring doesn't really have a huge visual difference, you know? So, I didn't really think about it that way. Yeah, that makes sense. Hallmark invented spring. Okay, guys, I have a lot of music out. I used to just talk about Quick Breath and Ego Death, but I recently realized that nobody listens to any of the older stuff. So I'm going to, instead of naming every song, I'm going to name every collection of work that you can hear that is public. Nice Dream, Love Dream, Speed Dream, Tall Tales, House of Omni, Signals, Daydream, Lush Dream, Ego Death, and Quick Breath can all be heard on Bandcamp, Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, Google Play, Amazon MP3, Tidal, Groove, Deezer, Pandora, Napster, and YouTube. Now, I have the medley set up, the ending medley to set up the streaming platforms, but I actually thought about doing that with my own releases, right? Where it was like, freaking like Love Dream, Speed Dream, Nice Dream, Lush Dream, Daydream, Signals, House of Omni. I thought about doing something like that, like a chord progression for the releases, but when I start releasing music again, it is going to become very, very messy. but that's not going to stop me. I'm going to give them their own medley. You're absolutely right, Jaime. It won't be in this stream, and it probably won't be in tomorrow's stream since it is a production stream, but I am dedicated to this being real now. So, quick update since we are in the news section of the stream. Yesterday, I was supposed to find my baby wrench. The line at Home Depot to get in was an hour and a half, and I just, yeah. What can I say? I did not do it. I didn't feel like it. I did not. I didn't feel like it. I did go somewhere, though. Before Little Caesars. I went... What did I eat? I was eating... I cut something. I ate it. I ate... Oh, I dreamed that. I didn't eat yesterday except for Little Caesars. Oh, I should stop doing that. Anyways, yesterday I went to Home Depot. There was a really long line, and then I'm getting like a huge like a blackout section. I don't remember what I did after Home Depot, but I did not come straight home. I went somewhere, and then I came home, and then I played my friend Pedro, and then I played Fall Guys. I didn't get any work done yesterday, which is pretty sad, but that's what today's for. So I'm gonna try the wrench again today. Try to get that wrench for tomorrow's stream. I need to get it because tomorrow is the production stream. Guys, tomorrow I'm going to be starting one new track and working on 3 already established tracks. I'm gonna be working on Me Mine again. For anybody that is in the stream currently that wants to ask questions about music breakdowns or about production tips or something like that, because I do feel like I get not a overwhelming amount, but every now and then through the Monday through Thursday portion of the Morning Medley series, I will get questions pertaining to production that I just can't answer without having FL Studio open. So if you have any type of questions like that, or you want to see how music is made, or you just want to come hang out, I will be doing that tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Yes, that is 6 hours. It is a very lengthy stream. I'm going to make sure to have snacks again in this one. I felt really bad in the last one because I was eating, and I don't want people to hear me eat, so I turn off the camera. And I also don't want people to see me eat. I turn off the mic, and I don't want people to see me, so I turn off the camera. And I just feel like it's not a very engaging stream once I do that. So maybe I can figure out a thing that I can eat comfortably on camera, like a little snack or fruit, grapes or something, and not something as big as a burrito. I wanted to play Fall Guys, but it was 4 a.m. here. No worries, Isidora. I'll have to come up with a time that works for both of us. I feel like it'll probably amount to being just me playing Fall Guys in the morning. Maybe on a weekend, Isidora. Maybe like on a Sunday or Saturday, I'll just play in the morning. That should be a good time for you, maybe. Jesse says, so exciting. I haven't been able to make the last few production streams. Oh, so there will be a lot to uncover then, or to revisit, I guess, since you've taken a break. That'll be fun. I do have a question in mind for tomorrow, says Umbe. I'm glad to hear it. Can't wait to get into it, I guess. Can I follow along with the FL Studio trial? Are they close enough? Yes. Which version of FL Studio? Because the trial, yeah. Which version of it do you have? Theo, do you have like FL Studio 12? Do you have FL 20? Which trial version are you currently using? Because that does matter a little bit. Jaime says, almonds? They're my go-to snack for working on stuff. That's such a dope thing that you just said. Whoa, I forgot she existed. Sorry, I got a message from somebody on my phone that, I forgot existed. Okay, so I would like to do that, Jaime, but I do not like nuts. I don't like almonds, I don't like cashews, I don't like pecans, I don't like any type of nut, but I do like fruit. So yeah, usually berries are kind of my go-to with that. Nuts are wild. Okay, FL12, yeah. If you're using FL12, Theo, you should be able to follow along. Now, I am going to probably use some VSTs that you just don't have with the trial version, or maybe you don't have because they're just straight up not image line things. But all of the skill sets and the the procedures and the processes that I'm doing will be able to track with what you're doing. So if you have any questions, especially if you have a question with a specific thing that you are working with. I definitely have what you have. You may not have all the things that I have, but I definitely have what you have. So if there's something that you want help with, I can mess around with that for you. Um, Even Sub says cashews are a 5 tier snack. I think you're right. I absolutely think you're right. I just think that whenever it comes to snacks, I specifically like only do fruit. Like I don't really do popcorn. I don't really do jerky. I don't really do like trail mixes and stuff like that. Like I have to have fruit, and I think it's because most snacks make me thirsty. And there's a lot of work involved, like things like sunflower seeds, just like a lot of crunching, and then I have to drink something. I like fruit because it is like there is a lot of water in it. Um, but yeah, that's dope. That's dope. Back to the drawing board, says Jaime. You're so healthy on me. I am. No. I'm pretty healthy. I will say that as far as the American average goes, I'm pretty healthy. Compared to the average Los Angeles resident, um, I don't know. I actually don't know. I think I'm somewhere around like mid to low. Because it's like, yeah, I didn't eat all day yesterday. When I finally did, I got a Little Caesars pizza. But when it comes to snacking, I just think that the snacks I eat need to be healthier than the meals because if I'm going to be working on music, I'll snack a lot. And so if I have a bag of chips, just subbing that in for like a bundle of grapes is probably better for me. And then when it comes time to eat an actual meal, I'll probably have like, I don't know, chili or something. Okay, my first production stream, and I'll be able to follow. That's good, Theo. That's good. I'm happy for you. This should be fun. Tomorrow should be fun. Blueberry says, Jaime, I don't like blueberries because they make my teeth blue. Like blueberries stain things blue like really easily. So it's like my gloves and my teeth will become blue very, very quickly on the stream. So will my lips, and it'll just that's not a good look. It's not it's not a good look. But I do appreciate blueberries. In fact, there were quite a few blended in my smoothie that I had at the beginning of the stream. I probably ate like 500 green apples in life, says Theo. This is a good stat to have. Peace out, guys. I'm about to head out for work. Enjoy your day at work, Theo. But yeah, tomorrow is the 6-hour production stream. Be there or don't. And if you don't make it, just enjoy your weekend. Do something cool for your weekend. I've been trying to get out of my house a little bit more, which, especially with the air quality now, has been a little bit harder. But I've been trying to not just stream and then go in the kitchen and cook and then go to the living room and work and then go to the couch and play video games. I've been trying to like mix it up. Whoa! Somebody name this. Somebody name this. Tentative name. We can change the name later, but somebody give me a name for this. Just something to call it that hopefully won't stick before I end the stream. Because Hush Hour just turned into it and it scared me. Laugh at yourself. I like Orange Skies. Ooh, I like that you guys are giving me relevant names. I'm gonna go with Orange Skies. Ooh, Cocoa Butter is pretty good too, but I already have a beat called Cocoa Butter, and I don't want to confuse them. The beat called Cocoa Butter is about a very, very beautiful person that I don't know what happened to them, but they're definitely not in my field of view anymore. Guys, this song is called Hush Hour. It marks the last piece in each stream. I wrote it when I was abroad. It's a fun song. I think there has been some weird internet outages and just straight up rolling blackouts in LA lately. So if tomorrow's stream dies or something like that, I do apologize. I'm gonna do the best I can to like optimize everything, but just giving you guys a heads up, there might be trouble. thank you guys for being so respectful to me today, very talkative today, and also for being polite to each other. That matters. I think that was included in you guys being talkative. An active chat makes a healthy stream. I'll see you guys tomorrow at the same time for the production stream. Abo, everybody. Go make some real food. Get some real food in my belly.